Do you have these protein yogurts like this one? Check this one out, right? It's called a Bear Hug, rice pudding, chocolate flavour. If I was to give you, perfect advice, it would be, don't eat that. It would be, eat steak and chicken and fish and natural whole foods and things like that. However, is it that likely that I'm going to go and crack open a packet of chicken breasts, stick them on my George Foreman and cook and eat that on the go for my protein snacks throughout the day? Probably not, all right? But also probably the chances are your protein intake is probably a little bit low, and these things, that's 20 grams of protein right there, is better than nothing, and it is realistic. This is the key thing to take away from this, okay? Is that you have to look at what's realistic and sustainable. Realistically, I'm not going to be eating chicken and steak and fish non-stop throughout the day, but it's a lot easier to grab one of these, spoon it in, enjoy it, move on.